Hello and welcome to episode 31st or 31 of Jobless Weebs. I'm Marco, the beer pong Mexican. With me today,
Brian.
How are you, Brian?
Oh, I'm doing well. The new year is pretty fun so far.
It's good to hear. I haven't seen you since last year, even though we already have a couple of episodes in the new year. They were pre-recorded, so...
Yeah. Well, how about you?
I'm doing well.
That's good.
I know I hesitated a little, but ignoring all the crap, I'm doing well.
Yes. Oh, you're still doing the Beat Saber project?
Yes, but I haven't found time to
totally. Yeah.
It's either you have time to watch anime or you have time to do something productive. And I always betray myself, so it's like anime is.
Yeah, that's right. Wow.
It's like of all the free time that I have after work, or even like on the weekend, it's like you could learn so much.
Right.
But it's like, this anime seems interesting, and like it wasn't. Oh, look, this one looks interesting. And it's just like a cycle that it repeats, and it's like, if it weren't because I've already made a habit out of like editing and still kind of like do something more on like the editing process, but that's on Friday.
Yeah, Fridays.
So Friday, I don't think I watch a lot of anime on Fridays, because in the morning I start editing, and even if I'm done with it, I just kind of like Friday is my productive day. And the other is like
Friday.
Weeb stuff.
That's right. Yep. Gotta catch up on the latest ones.
I guess that's one of the things that I kind of like want to change in this new year. Though we're kind of far in the game for like for like New Year's goals, because like
we are
like 3 weeks.
Yep. Yep.
But still, it's never too late to start a new thing or a new habit.
Right.
So
trying out something new.
I've been like procrastinating with making this video like about this topic for so long, because we had like Christmas and
we had
a bunch of other stuff.
Yep.
And finally, now that in the moment I run out of ideas, I was like, I still have this one.
Yes. So we'll do it today.
Yeah, so it's finally the One Piece episode, the one of the anime that never ends. Though there are a couple more animes that that have many more episodes than that.
Sure. But One Piece is definitely high up there. But
the funny thing with this one is because it's so famous, and the ones that have more episodes are not that famous. That's why One Piece takes the spot.
Yeah, that's right.
I actually made a video, and I think you've watched it, of like the 10 things that I learned from One Piece.
I did, yeah.
So what I wanted to talk about in here, kind of like make the discussion of why One Piece is one of like one of those big ones.
Absolutely.
In shonen.
Absolutely.
Anime.
One of the big names, recognizable. It's probably one that is recognizable even for like non-anime fans.
Yeah, kind of like Dragon Ball.
Exactly.
Was at the time.
Exactly, yeah. Dragon Ball is definitely one of those.
And Dragon Ball, it came out in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah.
And it stopped serialization somewhere in the early 2000s. Or, well, we have been having a couple more animes, but they haven't had the impact that like Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z had
at the
moment. And One Piece, it started on 1990.
97.
97. Yeah, it started 1 year after Detective Conan.
Okay. There you go.
It's been coming out every week.
Yeah.
Like from time to time, it has had like some breaks. And one of the surprising things is like, in your standard shonen anime, the arcs, they last like 3 episodes.
Yes.
5 at most.
Yeah.
And that's because they're trying to develop characters and show like more about the world. But
different areas and whatnot.
Yeah. But with One Piece, it's just so rich. One Piece has different arcs, and each arc is within a saga.
Okay.
So I'm not going to cover all of them because they are a lot. And just for each saga, some of them have taken more than 3 or 4 years for a saga.
Yep. This is a long time. Yeah.
I gotta recognize, like, the writing, Ichiro Oda Sensei, he's a genius. Having the ability to draw and pretty much write the story up until now, which is more than 1,000 anime episodes and more than 1,030 something manga episodes.
Wow.
And still keep going and keep showing kind of like new power-ups. You know how sometimes there are some animes that is like, this is my new power-up, and it's like, wait, where did you get that from? So the good thing with One Piece is that these power-ups were always there. They didn't talk about it, but they did show them. So, for example, kind of like at the very first episode where Luffy is a kid, he gets kidnapped by a thief or like a robber, and he sets sail into the sea.
Right.
And he, kind of like the pirate that he looks up to, Shanks, the red-haired pirate, rescues him, and there's a king of the sea, like a sea monster, and he eats Shanks' arm. And Shanks, like after that happens, Shanks just looks at the monster, and the monster starts kind of like trembling in fear and goes away. And at the beginning, you're like, oh yeah, he's a pro, like like he's a total Chad.
Totally. He just beat up a monster.
But it is not until pretty much after during the war against the Marines that they say what that power was. So I'm talking about roughly like 600 episodes after that.
Oh, wow. I see. Yeah.
And so I love the world building.
Yeah.
Because the place where he comes from is blue, is like a relative peaceful island. I mean, there are powerful foes, but Luffy, not easily. He struggles a little bit, but he can beat his enemies. But as soon as he crossed the Grand Line, which is where it is believed that the treasure, the One Piece is.
Yes.
There's where like the stronger enemies are. And by enemies, it's like they're pirates, so everyone is their enemy, because essentially this is one of the few animes where a bad guy is a protagonist, because you will never see pirates as good guys.
No, yeah. Pirates are always like on the wrong side of the law.
And Oda Sensei also makes a great work putting the good guys, the Marines, as, I mean, he successfully makes the audience hate the Marines. Or not hate, but it's like...
They're also antagonistic to the protagonist.
Yeah.
Who is a villain type.
Right. Yeah. All of these Marines, there are all kinds of Marines. Like, one of the beautiful things of the world of One Piece is that there are people in all the spectrums from, like, again, like we're talking the Detective Conan, the good, and good bad
guys, and then bad guys, and then bad good guys.
Right.
Yes. And I'm sure One Piece has a lot more of like these types of people within that spectrum, because there's like a couple more groups along with the Marines and various pirates.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, like the pirates, like each of the pirate crews, most of them are independent.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Later on, kind of like on the part where the anime is right now, or for the last kind of like 200 episodes, they introduce. Well, actually, they also introduced them a bit earlier. How there's some pirates that have fleets.
Ah, yeah.
Or how some other pirates work for them, but ultimately, like there's a pirate leader.
Right.
And there's some other small pirates like Luffy at the very beginning.
Yeah, beginning. Yeah, he starts out small time at first.
Right.
Even his crew, right? His crew isn't very big at all.
No, he's even right now where the anime is. His original crew is 10 people.
Yeah.
And even though, kind of like spoiler alert, he doesn't like it, he now has a fleet. He kind of like a bunch of other pirates force him to do kind of like not a brotherhood, like they turn him into like a father of like the group of pirates.
Okay.
Because they also introduce during the war, they introduced Whitebeard, and Whitebeard they would call him Pops. And so he would say that all his fleets were his children. So it seems that those pirates groups, as they become large, they can like become like a family, or like at least they address themselves like that, like a part of the family of. And in this case, it's like the Straw Hat Pirates, like his sons. Though they haven't covered a lot of it, so I might just be talking nonsense. But he has now some reliable friends in addition to his crewmates.
Right.
Yeah, world building is excellent. The characters, how in deep he goes with every character,
with the characters' backgrounds. And how well they're all pretty unique from what I've seen with the different Straw Hat characters, especially.
Yeah. Well, if we're gonna talk about the crew, yes, like each member of the crew has their story. Pretty much the first arc, or like the first saga, which is the East Blue, where he gets most of his crew. All of those characters have a very unique story to them. They went through hardships, and how they have a dream, and how they kind of like pursue the dream while helping their captain to achieve his dream, which is becoming the king of the pirates. And even though like there are times when Luffy is a bit selfish, and also his crewmates are also selfish, there is never a time where they do not respect their captain. Like when it's moment to get serious, it's like, okay, follow the captain. When it's about like joking around, it's like, yeah, beat the crap out of the captain sometimes, because we're joking. That's one of the great things of One Piece, because Luffy is like 17 years old when the anime starts, and right now he's like 19 years old. So you see the playfulness of a teenager.
Yes.
That it's getting close to like maturing, because he went out there in the wild, so he forcibly had to mature, even if he still wanted to keep his playful self.
For sure.
He always supports also his crewmates, so they have a great relationship. because it's not only like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates, and you guys are like are mine or that thing. But it's like whenever their crewmates are facing stuff, he's always there. Kind of like, that teaches you something. Yeah. Kind of like as I was watching the anime, or like binge watching it.
Oh yes, rather. You caught it real fast.
25 days.
Wow.
This is something that I didn't notice when I was watching it when I was a kid, because when I was a kid, like I guess I was probably like 8. So I started watching it and it's like, okay,
So
it's good.
It's like,
but I mean, they stopped putting it on TV, so it's like, oh, it's no big deal. But right now, as I watch it, like last year, it was like, this is so great. It's not only like fight scenes and like, you know, actions and like Kamehameha, or like just like gelling the name of your special attack every 5 seconds, like most of the shonen genre do.
Oh, absolutely. Yell the attack and just.
But it also hits you in the feels. At least with all the background stories for the crew members, I almost cried. Also, when their first ship sinks, spoiler alert. I also cried.
So sad.
I didn't cry a lot when his brother died, but mostly because I spoiled myself way before.
Right.
But it was still a sad moment nonetheless.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
And so what makes One Piece so great is this whole world that just keeps expanding itself. And from time to time, you get glimpses of characters that have already had their time, like with their saga or with the crew. So it is not like some other animes where they have beat the bad guy in that place and they move on. And so that other place is forgotten forever, pretty much. No, in One Piece, they're like, okay, we have saved this place, and sometimes like 100 episodes or so after, they suddenly put those old characters and they are grown up and they're doing something different, and they're like, oh, I wonder what the Straw Hats are doing. And it's like, oh, okay, you're spoiling us, Oda Sensei. Like,
that's really cool.
It's like, I think kind of like it's his way, because he's very story oriented.
Absolutely.
So you get to see he's taking his sweet time. For fights and flashbacks of the enemies or whatnot.
Oh, sure.
And it doesn't feel heavy. Well, probably now watching it weekly, it feels heavy.
Okay, it feels heavy. Gotcha.
But as I was watching, like binge watching it, it's like, okay, like I watched 100 episodes and I was like, that didn't feel that long.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But then I noticed it's like, okay, like this was like 2 years worth of content.
Wow.
So
he really likes to connect and touch base with like everything that he introduces.
Yes.
You get to see how places develop and are not just pushed aside or forgotten out of the way. Yeah. That's cool. I like that.
Another great things about One Piece, not if you've been binge watching it, every like 100 or 200 episodes, there's a recap.
Okay. I'm familiar with recaps.
And I mean, if you're binge watching it, it's like recap.
Right. Yeah, I feel it.
But if you were watching weekly, it's like, I totally forgot about that.
That could happen.
There are some details, and they just like put like the highlighted scenes. It's like, that did happen.
Yeah, because it could be in real time. It might be like months to even a year for that recap to show.
I don't think that it has passed more than 3 years in One Piece.
Yes, this is
because
3 years for
before from the first episode up to the war. I think it was 8 months, I believe. I mean, I can probably get corrected or not, but I'm pretty sure that it was less than a year.
Okay.
Then there was a 2-year gap where they would train and get stronger, and then we would get One Piece Shippuden pretty much.
Yep.
So we're in One Piece Shippuden.
I see.
Where everyone is powered up. Luffy now knows how to use those the power that Shanks was using on the first episode.
I see. Yeah.
And that power comes in many different ways. And one of the ways is that it's called the Conqueror's Haki.
Okay.
And so he pretty much just expels powers from within him, and anyone who is not strong enough mentally will just be unconscious.
Oh, I see. Whoa. Yeah, that's a pretty cool power, I would say.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's almost like a killing intent.
Yeah.
And it actually causes
so on the first episode where he just yells and it's and a lot of Marines and some other enemies are just passing out.
Oh yeah.
And the top ones that can actually resist that, they're kill that boy.
Whoa. Literal retaliation. Wow. That's cool. I like that. Whoa.
Yeah. And so One Piece is not only... So we've covered a bunch of things now. So One Piece is not only about world building and the road for a boy to become the king of the pirates. Turns out there's also a main enemy. Because you would think all the other pirates or marines that he fights are the enemies, but no. So there's a conspiracy in the world of One Piece, and more spoilers. So the world of the current world of One Piece is governed by the world government, which is pretty much an association of several kingdoms that decided to stop wars. So now they're collectively being governed by by this world government.
Sure. World peace and all that.
Yes.
But it's one power.
So this world government has some people, some even higher than noble people, that sometimes they are addressed as gods, that they are called the Celestial Dragons. The Celestial Dragons are the ones that call the shots on the Marines.
Oh, I see. So you could say they're Celestial Dragons. They're above Emperor even, since it's world.
Yeah, kind of there is not an overall ruler. It's kind of like a council of all these kingdoms. But these Celestial Dragons, pretty much, if they go somewhere, you are less than garbage right next to them, and they can do whatever they want.
Oh, sure. Wow.
So kind of your extremist rich kid. Imagine a rich kid from your typical anime.
Oh yes.
And now power it up to 1,000.
Oh my.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That annoying type.
I see.
And so I'm gonna go back now. So it turns out that the original story, the world of One Piece, started 800 years ago. But there is a 100-year gap that no one knows what happened. And before that, they were tons of wars.
Yeah.
Like the world was in chaos. Then there's this gap. And then after the end of this 100-year gap, then the world government came to be.
Kind of emerged out of this unknown time.
Yeah.
So it seems like it was like a good thing that the wars ended and then one nation comes out of it.
On the outside,
or
yes.
One power.
Yeah. On the outside, yes.
Yeah, it looks that way.
But turns out that the government prohibits or like sees as treason to anyone who tries to know what happened during that 100-year gap. And there are some hieroglyphics. How are they called?
Hieroglyphics?
Yeah, some kind of like hieroglyphics written in an unknown language.
What?
And a lot of them explain what happened during that time.
Okay.
And some other explain weapons, like mass destruction weapons from back at the time.
Whoa.
And the previous king of the pirates, of like the reason why One Piece came to be, Goldie Roger, he found all and actually was able to translate thanks to the help of one of his crew members to translate the hieroglyphics and go to an island where the place where he hid his treasure, the One Piece. And he knew, and also most of his crew knew what happened during that 100-year gap. And so after he reached that, that's why he was killed. And that's why also he encouraged all the other pirates, like, like you want my treasure, find it there. And so this main enemy doesn't appear until like episode 900 and no, I'm lying, like 800 and something, I believe. Yeah, kind of like 800 and something. Because it is on a summit of the world government that they are showing people how there was a throne for someone to rule the world that was empty. And that's why the world government established. And they were like, we keep this throne empty to remind us that now we are united. And you're like, okay, that seems kind of creepy.
It is, yeah.
But later on, there's someone that walks like now when it's empty, or like there's some like higher ups. There's someone that enters and sits in the throne and gives order to the higher ups. And it's like, what?
Okay.
So yeah, like One Piece is not only about like beating up the next enemy that is close to you. It's
going
like
on an adventure.
Yeah, when they introduce the 100-year gap, and this king of the world that no one knows but is the one calling the shots. One of the crew members from Luffy, she knows also how to interpret those hieroglyphics.
Oh, no way. Okay.
So
that's a dangerous thing to know in this world, from what I'm.
Because she is the only one in that world, in the world of One Piece, alive, that knows how to translate them, and that's part of her backstory. Because the place where she came from, like all of the people were archaeologists, and all of they knew how to interpret those. But when the world government got a word of it, it pretty much ordered the Navy to destroy the island, like kill everyone. Like kids, women, elderly, all of them, and she was the only one who escaped, and she was an enemy, but later on she becomes like part of the crew, and is one of the most powerful ones. One of the things that I've avoided to mention, even though probably people already know, is that also in this world there's also these fruits that give you powers.
Oh, absolutely. The devil fruits.
The devil fruits.
Yeah.
And there are 3 kinds. So one kind, like all of them changes your body, but one kind like changes your body kind of like up to the atom level. Because like if you eat like a fire fruit, then your body is fire.
Yes.
In the case of the protagonist, he ate a rubber fruit, so his body is rubber.
That's right.
So he kind of stretch a lot.
Yeah.
And there's another kind of fruit that enables the user to become like an animal. So if there's like a crocodile fruit, then he will be able to turn into a crocodile, but like a power up crocodile.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my.
And like kind of like the most powerful type of fruit is the fruit that changes your body completely, like turns you into fire, or like there's some other characters that he is sand, another one that eats lava, or another one that eats ice.
Okay.
And there's another one that eats
literally
light.
Changes you into that element.
And the only way to fight those type of enemies are using Haiki. Which Haiki is kind of like a natural source of energy of the universe.
Sure. Like a energy within your body.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like
well,
everyone has it, but not everyone is able to wield it.
Okay. Gotcha.
The most ambitious arc right now, it's the current arc, the Wano saga. Because they're pretty much in a Japanese-like environment.
Oh, yeah.
And so far, I think they are dividing it in acts. So Act 1, Act 2, and I think right now it's the Act 3. And they are fighting one of the most powerful pirates. And he's just crazy. He ate the fruit that enabled him to turn into a freaking dragon. He's a freaking Shenlong dragon.
Whoa, I see. That's cool.
And like he's freaking powerful, and but like
literally just like dragon.
Yeah.
That's pretty powerful. This sounds cool. Wow.
But so far it's been very ambitious because the art changed. They tried to add with some characters a bit of like Japanese traditional drawings.
Yeah.
What's the name? Kind of like ukiyo. I think it's called ukiyo art. Like
okay, I think I looked into it before.
That type of art that you would see kind of like in very old Japanese papyrus.
There you go. Yeah. Very old.
And like they overall the anime has a lot of flashy colors. But with this one, like the animation even changed a bit, and it looked great. Like
yeah.
I'm not a manga reader for this one because it was either watching the anime or reading the manga. So
So anime.
Anime.
Sure. Yeah.
But but I think that the last arc is probably gonna last at least this year completely, and probably a little bit of the next one.
Okay. It's gonna be a big one then. I've heard some things about it, that they're introducing like a new character and certain things. So yeah, that'd be a big one to look forward to.
They introduce. I mean, with every arc they introduce new characters.
Yeah.
But I think the newest one that they introduced not long ago is gonna be, I hope so, a future member of the Straw Hats. And it's the son / daughter, but she identifies herself as a man. So the son of the pirate that they're facing.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's
very unique position then. Yeah.
That's also great, you know, because it's like you would think like, oh yeah, like he wants to go according to like times, like these modern times, how people have to be more open-minded. But it's like, no, he has done that before. Like, there's like, he has been diverse with all of his characters.
Well, from the get-go too. Yeah. I saw a couple of the first episodes, and there's some cool characters already.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, at least from my opinion, I believe that like he was already introducing these kind of like risky characters at the time. But it was like, no, I'm giving them their backstory and their persona, and this is what they are. And it's like, they're great, and like, I like it. I like those enemies. There are some enemies that you like because of the type of person they are, and it's like, okay, I don't approve what you do, but you're cool.
Oh yes, you're cool.
I guess one of my favorite characters is one of the bad guys that a part of me hates him, but another part of me really likes him because he is truthful to his bad guy persona. And he's called Don Quixote Don Flamingo. He's a devil. He's a devil.
Oh, okay. Cool name. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like from the very beginning, he gives you that like genuine bad guy. Kind of like, this guy is gonna be hard, and like even after he's beaten, he's gonna be a pain in the butt if he comes back.
Oh, I see. Real evil vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a bad guy.
bad guy. Oh, that's funny.
But anyways, nice. I recommend you to watch One Piece, or at least watch the recaps.
Oh, okay, the recaps.
If you wanna skip ahead of the game, it's like, just watch all the recaps, and
sure.
You will probably just need to watch like 20 episodes
for this arc. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like you'll get the gist. Probably.
Sure.
You'll be like, what's happening here? But like, you get the general idea.
Yes.
Just as you did with this podcast. So.
Absolutely.
I hope that
pretty good catch up or like explanation of
I know my ideas were all over the place, but
I think it worked. Oh yeah.
But anyways, this is it for this week. Thanks for watching. Remember to keep watching anime, and see you guys next week.
Yeah. See you later.